Elfberg is able to launch long into the Liverpool half. The first header won by Joe Gomez. Jeremy Frimpong with a bit of an up and under. Curtis Jones was trying to deal with it. It will run through to Mamadashvili in the Liverpool goal. One thing that you say about a lot of these pre-season games is a lot of them take place in big arenas with running tracks round, or stadiums that aren't always home to football, but this does feel like a proper football ground.
It is a proper football ground, but one of the things that doesn't always come across on TV is the weather conditions in the stadium, how hot it is. I haven't been out there. I can attest that it's been extremely warm over in America. Now the players might feel that early on in the game, and they might not see the pace that you would like just because of the conditions.
The temperature is just shy of 30 degrees. As we said, we've had some rain in the air as well. It has been a little stormy, but it's that really warm rain that you get in America. It isn't cold rain like you get back at home when it starts to chuck it down. Both sets of players out there are looking to reach their own personal levels in this game. That's a really good ball that's delivered on. It's a cross goal and cleared away by Njai.
The first piece of action we've seen from Sunderland down the left channel. Just looking to see if it was an offside or not. It didn't look like it. Oh yeah, there might have just been offside. Just got in behind Joe Gomez, and Njai just get a good touch on the ball to clear the danger for Liverpool.
Throw is taken quickly by Mukiele. It's deep round the back where it was looking for Ballard. Liverpool dealt with it and got the ball away.
A positive start from Sunderland, given with a delivery into the box there. Made good numbers in the box. Sunderland trying to get on the end of the cross.
And there's the new man at the helm, Andoni Iraola, having done a sensational job with Bournemouth, now taking the reins at Liverpool. He's always been a great football man from his time back in La Liga. Had some time playing in the MLS himself when he was at New York City as well. But he's educated himself, he's schooled himself in the game, and he lives for the game as well.
You can only go on what he done at Bournemouth, which is an exceptional job. When you think back to last season when they were losing player after player, and they still found a way to make them really, really competitive. I think the Liverpool fans are just going to have to be very patient at the moment until he gets the squad that he wants together and gets all these big names back.
That's forward by Ballard. This is Mukiele. Mamadashvili will gather the ball comfortably.
Yeah, you could run down the right channel there from Mukiele, and then as he played the ball in, counted the number of Sunderland players in the box 4. So they're not sitting back. They're taking the game to Liverpool as much as they can. Just looking at the way that Liverpool have lined up, it looks like Curtis Jones is sitting at the deepest of the midfield players. McConnell to the left of him, and Harvey Elliott just playing a little bit further up.
There is the 18-year-old Senegalese player, Njai. That's a foul on James McConnell. Yeah, lots of these young Liverpool players have been out on loan. And back now in pre-season, looking to establish themselves. McConnell's had that taste in the first team, and he's always acquitted himself well.
Well, interestingly, the way Liverpool have just started, the two centre-halves are really splitting right and left, and it's Curtis Jones is coming back into a third centre-half position, and he's getting a little bit of joy on the ball, but just leaving Liverpool a little bit more lightweight in the midfield area.
At the moment, Curtis Jones was deeper than Joe Gomez. It's on by Tsimikas. Taken back by O'Nien. Ballard. This is Romain Mundal. Frimpong is just a little too tight to him. That's quite the job he did last season. And many who thought that he should have certainly been given a better shout of Manager of the Year or Head Coach of the Year, call it whatever you want these days.
I think it was so many last season, it was very difficult to pick one. I mean, you look at Arsenal achieved it's hard to look past Arteta, wasn't it, for what he done. See who's going to be the top manager this season. That'd be more interesting for me.
There's lots of changes. Njai, Tsimikas, very intelligent run made by McConnell. Here's Rio Ngamoa, a buzz as soon as he gets on the ball. Tsimikas just ran into Mukiele, was able to draw the foul.
You can hear the crowd though, as soon as Rio picks the ball up, there's a buzz of excitement, isn't there? You're expecting something to happen. Good to see Tsimikas just going ahead of him, because you need that at times. If you're a winger and you come in and you've got 2 or 3 people in front, you need a runner in behind. And Tsimikas offered himself down this left-hand side, but just didn't quite have the pace to get away from Mukiele.
Did you expect to see him featured in England's warm-up games to the World Cup like he was?
No, I didn't. I mean, I did not expect with England, quite to be honest with you. There's so many changes to personnel. People pulling out, through injury just before they left, and one thing and another.
And he not only made his England debut, he scored as well.
I still can't believe that Trent Alexander-Arnold didn't go. One of the best passers in world football wasn't there at a time when you probably needed the most. That's my opinion. Managers pick who they want, but I know I would have liked him there if I was in the England side. Will
Wright's penalised. It is worth bearing in mind that he made his Liverpool debut in pre-season last season, just a few hours after signing for the club from Salford. It was all a bit of a blur for him. He's had a year behind him now. He's had a few injuries that he's had to deal with as well along the way. But he is certainly what you would count as the most wholehearted of strikers.
Now, just looking at the manager, he's out in his technical area at the moment, just having a word with 1 or 2 of the Liverpool midfielders. I think he's just trying to sort it out. I think he feels that maybe Sunderland are getting too much joy in there, and we were wondering there's an injury. There's Joe Gomez. Just wonder if it's he's pulling a muscle somewhere. He's struggling to get up to his feet at the moment.
Yeah, it's always frustrating when you pick up a knock in pre-season. It is always dealt with safety first, and Liverpool are going to make a change early on here. And there's been a first chance for Motala Njai, and there's going to be a first chance here for the trialist ifeanyi Ndukwe as well. What a taste of senior football for Austria Vienna last season. And now working with Liverpool, looking to make himself a big future.
You got to feel for Joe as well, with the injury problems he's had over the last couple of years or so. You're thinking he's going to get a good pre-season, and then put a marker down to try and get a start in the first team, and then you do that in the first game. You can just see him. He's so confused. He's on the ground at the moment, having a word with the physios.
Well, he's been there before, too many times for his liking, that he's able to take it with the best nature he can, really. It is frustrating for him. For Ndukwe, it is an early opportunity. A couple of bright young things at the heart of the Liverpool defence, as Joe Gomez will.
The only good thing at the moment is he's walking off. He's not been aided off. So that in itself hopefully means that the injury isn't as bad as we fear.
Well, the hope is of course, that when you do get a niggle of any sort in these sort of games, you make your way off. It does look like a frustrated Joe Gomez, though.
I'm not sure exactly what the injury is. Is it his knee? Is it his ankle? He's just having a word with his manager as he walks off there.
Mukiele with a throw. Ballard. Nicely helped on by Enzo Lefebvre. Reynaldo. McConnell in the way. Nicely done by Rick. Mundell. So Nyan on towards Ballard.
Just seems there's a bit more experience in this Sunderland side at the moment, doesn't it? They're shifting the ball a little bit better. Good pressure. That's where I think Curtis Jones does really well. He's right on top of Alan Brown now. As soon as the ball came in to Brown in midfield, he put pressure on him, forced him into the mistake. And I think that's where he should really be, rather than sitting a little bit too deep, closer to the centre halves, where he's trying to get on the ball, but I think he'd be better served 10 yards further up.
Ndukwe. Back towards the big centre back again. On by Njai. Ndukwe. This is Frimpong. Now Jones. That's O'Nien. That's a clever ball between the lines. A good steal of the ball to nick it back in a semi-dangerous area for Liverpool.
Yeah, well defended there by Frimpong. Good upper body strength up against Mundell. That could be a good match-up over on that side of the field. Two strong, powerful lads, quick over the ground.
Challenge on Frimpong was just a little too physical for the referee's liking. Nicely done by McConnell. On by Ingemore. Here's Elliott. Morrison takes over. And Morrison's effort! Well, he had a year where he couldn't stop scoring for the under-21s. And Kieran Morrison's had it for the first team now. He started to shine very, very brightly in this Liverpool setup. Wonderful take and finish.
Well, this has gone the length of the field, isn't it? McConnell involved with the initial ball through to Rio, who's come in from that left-hand side. He picks out a pass to Harvey, Elliott. And then as it comes over to Morrison, he didn't panic, he just waited, and he just passed it with his left foot into the far corner. A really good finish. I mean, a brilliant goal from Liverpool, and you think they've gone, what, 90 yards or so from one end of the pitch to the other. Nothing the keeper could do to keep it out. And then he's just looking as it went past him into the far corner.
It's the calmest finish you could imagine. From a very, very tricky customer. But it is all about being tricky and then having that level of composure to just provide a finish like that. Yeah, at such a young age as well.
John, it was a great finish, but it was the build-up that was really impressive. You know, the way that they didn't panic. You know, the ball into McConnell, and he slides a ball through the thirds into the path of Rio's come in from the left-hand side onto Harvey Elliott, and then he's just waited, biding his time, plays it out to Morrison, and then he didn't panic, the lad. Finished it really well.
It's a clever little dummy. It very nearly comes off for Sunderland as Isidore tried to return the ball.
Well, it was Rigg that made a run in behind it. Had a lot of talk about this young lad, Rigg. Very up-and-coming youngster. Talked very highly of him, and an attacking player likes to get on the ball, makes things happen.
Frimpong. Ndukwe. Nomadishvili using all the time that he had. Njai. It's well intercepted. It will be a foul by Ingemore as well.
Well, Njai done really well there, and then it's just the next pass. You know, it just took too long to make up his mind. Then he's played a a ball in field which never favoured any of his teammates, straight to the Sunderland player, and then there was an opportunity for an overload. Foul came in after the challenge on Hume. There's a decent area this. You can either take the shot on or deliver the ball, because you've got a lot of height this Sunderland side, haven't they? When you look at them.
And in Dan Ballard, they have a very, very good threat from set pieces. Rigg is over the ball with Lefebvre. I don't think he was expecting that so early on in pre-season. They have played already, of course, Sunderland. They played against York in the UK. And that's a ball that will pick out Morrison. And just as he tried to see off Reynolds, just got a touch that was a fraction too heavy.
I'll tell you what, the young lad in Duckways came on. He settled in really well, isn't he? You could tell he wasn't ready. He didn't have his shin pads on or his shirt. He had to do that very quickly. But since he's come into the team, he's settled in really nicely. He looks very accomplished in possession of the ball. And that was a brilliant ball over the top to try and pick out Morrison down this right-hand channel.
O'Neill going across his penalty area. Had to wait a long time to make his Premier League debut, having come up from the third tier with Sunderland. It's actually at Anfield he got his first taste of Premier League football. Came as a substitute. Still top the week after, I think, as well. It's comfortable for Mamardashvili. He's always been robust, I think is a good way to describe Luke O'Neill. He's been a great leader for Sunderland, a great figurehead for them as they've made their way up from the third tier. Bearing in mind everything that the club had dealt with as well, with those documentaries that they were on.
You can see Sunderland are really trying to press quite high up the pitch on Liverpool. So there are occasions where they're hitting longer balls downfield, and that's where you're looking to Wright just to hold his position up there. Don't come too short. He's got genuine pace. I mean, Watson, the way he's putting himself around the pitch is very good to see.
That's a foul on Rio and Gummo by Ballard. Just body checked him. It's a yellow card as well.
That's what Rio offers, isn't it? You know, while he's 1v1, he's so confident in his own ability. You can just see Ballard, he knew he was beating for pace, he just came across and took him out.
I don't think he fancied the run there, Dan Ballard. Liverpool's turn to have a free kick in a decent position. Curtis Jones will orchestrate what Liverpool are up to here. Jones take. Goalkeeper able to see the ball behind.
Yeah, a bit frustrating that. You know, you've got plenty of bodies in the box there and you overhit it straight out for a goal kick. I would like to see Liverpool trying a few short corners, because they've got players that can. I mean, Tsimikas was free there. You could have just played it into Tsimikas and then you could have had a 3v2 situation, because you had Jones, you had Ingemore and you had Tsimikas.
That's Romain Mundle. He'll win a free kick just by the sheer weight of Liverpool numbers that were closing him down. One was Frimpong, the other was Jones. 9 times out of 10 in that situation, if you fall over, you'll get a free kick. And Frimpong with the challenge. Lefebvre. The touch by Mundle was aimed for Ronaldo. Quite come off for him. Elliott. Ndukwe. Here's Njai. Ngamo. On it goes from McConnell. And goalkeeper able to clear.
I'd like to see Rio do that a little bit more often, little 1-2s. There are occasions, when you're 1v1, you want to take them on. But there's times when you come in field, a little give good, and there's that burst of acceleration, you can get away from your defender. You're not running with the ball. I just thought on that occasion that McConnell could have gave it to him a little bit quicker. Just took an extra touch, and then that narrowed everything down.
Ndukwe's ball was not quite in the sort of area that Frimpong could gather it. Liverpool work to will it back, but it won't come to Will Wright. Ballard. One back by Jones, who was clipped and caught. Challenger a bit too firm.
Yeah, I think it was in the play, wasn't it? The midfielder. Jones done well to get back there to make the challenge. It was a good move there from Sunderland, 1 and 2 touch football.
The words for Enzo Lefebvre. He was very central to a lot of the good things Sunderland did last season.
I really liked him. I think he's got plenty of quality. He's a player who always wants the ball. He never shies away from it.
Tsimikas. Just going to kick off the turf and run away from Rio Ingamoa.
Not really got going in the game at the moment, as there's been a bit bitty in parts. I think the fans really enjoy watching Rio. Every time it goes to him, you can hear the excitement in the crowd.
It's Liverpool who do lead. Brilliantly taken goal by Kieran Morrison. Simicas just easing Trey Hume under the ball.
It's interesting, John. Every time Sunderland take a short goal kick, you watch Wright sprint to close the goalkeeper down, almost to kick it downfield.
Ballard. Taken on and nicely by Alan Brown. Mukiele. Tsimikas in the way. And Sunderland have it back. Trey Hume. Mukiele. That's a heavy touch. Which was well won by Njai, who then was caught late.
Yeah, definitely free kick, wasn't it? Alan Brown, who got forward from the centre of midfield there, just lunged into the challenge. Some good build-up play there from Sunderland. Just see, I think the difference I'd say in this, I think the Sunderland players have played a lot more games together than watching the Liverpool lads at the minute. And you see they've already played one game, haven't they?
It's York, yeah. Well, it's all new to the likes of Njai and Ndukwe at the heart of the Liverpool defence tonight. Two young centre-backs have acquitted themselves very well. The challenge again to win the ball back was by Brown. McConnell, that's clever, opening the game up and finding Morrison. Frimpong as speedy as ever. Away by Ballard. Engelmore. He's got 3 blocking his route to goal. So he'll go to Jeremy Frimpong. Tsimikas. Here's Jones. It looked like it could have been a foul on McConnell. As it is, it's a Sunderland breakaway. And it's 2-on-2. Oh, it's a fantastic strike. Lorenzo Lefebvre made a habit of producing moments like that in the Premier League last season for Sunderland. And he's produced another brilliant moment there.
Oh, what a goal this is. I mean, it came from a mistake from McConnell, gave the ball away high up the field, but there's plenty of bodies back there. They should be able to deal with it. I think it was Rigg that was involved with a little ball over to the right hand side to Lefebvre. A good run from Isidore because it attracted 1 or 2 players. But what a finish this is with his left foot. So confident, so much belief. Someone maybe should come out and close him down. He's still a way out, 25 yards or so, and he's gave Mamardashvili no chance whatsoever. That's in the far corner.
It's an outstanding goal by a player who had an outstanding first year in the Premier League. He's another who was tipped with a move away from Sunderland this summer. It does seem nowadays like keeping those players at your club is almost better than bringing some new players in at times, particularly when you have that cohesiveness and that unity that Sunderland clearly had last season.
Yeah, well, one thing you want, I mean, obviously there'll be attraction for some of the Sunderland players, but you've got to keep them focused for the season ahead. If their head's been turned by another club, that can be very difficult. You can keep the attitude right, keep the response right, game in, game out. What I've seen of them, they've certainly been up for this game.
Tsimikas downfield, won back by Liverpool's great left back. Jones, Morrison, Ndukwe, here's Njai. Both centre-backs relatively new to Liverpool, of course. Ndukwe here on the ball is technically a trialist. And of course Njai joined the club in January. Milberg for Ballard. It looked like a good win by Tsimikas, maybe just a bit too much grabbing.
Yeah, he was a little bit too aggressive with the challenge on Hume, but I thought the referee could have allowed play to continue because Sunderland had good possession of the ball there and Liverpool had 3 or 4 players out of position.
That's a nice ball. Again, Sunderland finding space between the lines. It's helped on one further. The shot at the end will go wide from Isidore. Scored that brilliant goal against Morocco in the World Cup.
They're not passing up the opportunity to take the shot on though, are they? You know, in and around the 18-yard box, they're not looking to try and thread a little ball through for one of the teammates. If the shot's there to be taken, they've got to take it. Really pressing high, really high at the moment.
Ndukwe did well to gather that ball from Mamardashvili. Frimpong, who ran into traffic and ran into trouble. And Mamardashvili has to make the save. The follow-up save really well as well. Again, this time by McConnell, who flung himself across the 6-yard line to make the save.
So that's where Liverpool tried to play out of position where it looked really tough to do so.
That's Mundell. The ball was just too far behind him for something to come off there.
Great block, though, you're quite right, though, John, wasn't it? From the corner. It was a really good strike from the edge of the box. I think it was Rick that took the shot on. And had plenty of pace on it. I think it would have troubled the Liverpool goalkeeper, but he got a really strong block on it.
Ngamora again. Njai and Ndukwe. And may look at the setup of Liverpool as it is right now and feel that if they do well in the under 21s, they will regularly be training with the first team and working with them.
I'd just like to see Liverpool's midfield three hold their positions a little bit more. You know, I'm just looking at Harvey Elliott. He's gone over to the right wing, and then you're looking at McConnell coming in field.
Here's Ngamora. Mukiele picked his pocket really well.
That pass back though, I mean, he won the ball. He looked like he just nudged it back towards his goalkeeper there. Mukiele.
We're very rarely given in that
They
situation.
are, absolutely, but it looked that way.
That's a lovely ball. Isidore forced wide. And Tsimikas will come and gather it.
They should have done a little bit there, Isidore. They should have got the shot away a little bit earlier. In the end, Ndukwe came back and rectified the mistake he made earlier. It's looked like they've got a bit more experience than the Liverpool players at the moment, the way that they're manoeuvring the ball through the thirds.
Frimpong. Davis. It's got too much on it for Rio Ngamora.
Well, Kenway Lefay's through ball, wasn't it? And then Rick done really well, waiting for an option. He had it over the right hand side where he is, though. He looked like he should have got his shot away. He just cut back inside, and there was just enough as he lost his footing. I think he was complaining that he felt that there was a touch from Ndukwe, and it should have been a penalty. I didn't see it that way.
Trey Hume will take the throw. O'Nien. Well, very confident playing through Liverpool and playing through the lines. The ball was really well helped on.
Well, you can see a lot of these players played in the Premier League last season. That's evident, isn't it? Worked well in pre-season. They all look really fit. You know what I'm looking at. Super confident in possession of the ball.
And it's a Sunderland throw. Taken by Reinildo. There's tumbling and coming together, involving Isidore and Ndukwe.
Offside, was it?
The referee's whistle taken out of the equation because it was a foul. Bit big for Will Wright. Don't often say that. There's a smack away downfield by the Sunderland left back. Frimpong back to Ndukwe.
This is the other thing as well, John. It doesn't matter how much training you've done pre-season. The first game is always really difficult. Trying to get your breath properly and get your right touch, get the right runs that you should be making.
Ngamora. Jones. Ndukwe. Njai. And Liverpool are determined to keep passing and waiting for the opening. Tsimikas trying to nick the ball back. Will come through to the goalkeeper. Milberg able to clear. It's a really good turn on the edge of the penalty area.
That's experience, isn't it? Alan Brown, been around the game for a long time. He knew exactly where Curtis Jones was when he came in to try and close him down. Just a little Cruyff turn to get away from him. And then Curtis committed the foul on him.
That's nicely done by O'Nien. Ballard. Taken over by Lefebvre. Well, keeping the ball well, Sunderland. Making Liverpool work at every opportunity. Liverpool have provided answers so far. Njai. Tsimikas.
This is where Tsimikas has just got his hands out, just saying, where's my options? And I think that comes down to the not enough midfielders. I just feel that the two centre-halves should be saying to Curtis, push up. You get a more central position in midfield and you're an extra body to help out in that area of the field.
Tsimikas. By Jones. Elliott. Nice taken turn. The ball will come towards Njai. Well, that's a great piece of skill by... Well, it's just a wonderful moment by McConnell to sneak in there. In the end, the flag goes up and is against Liverpool.
Yeah, I think it was right went in to win it. His boot was rather high and he caught the Sunderland player. So certainly a free kick, but it was good play over on this left-hand side. Rio comes inside, bit fortunate with the first ball went infield. But McConnell done really well to take it away from Lefebvre, and then he just tried to play into the path of Wright. He's just watched his boot, it was quite high, and caught the Sunderland defender to give away the free kick.
Well, we said the one thing about Will Wright that we took from last season is that he's not overawed by the first team. He relishes it when he got the opportunity. It's all a bit of a whirlwind for him last season, having joined the club from Salford.
Just looking at all the players are all coming over to the technical side of the field, just having a drink. I mean, you don't feel it's warm, but it certainly is. And the players just need to get some hydration. Have a few words from the manager as well. Sunderland substitutes out warming up at the moment.
A few words from Andoni Iraola to Harvey Elliott.
We just want Harvey on the ball a little bit more. I think if Harvey stays in a central position rather than... See, number 10s now, you've got a right 10, a centre 10 or a left 10. And you've got to try and find the best position for him where he can get the ball to him. And that would come from when you look at the opposition's midfield. Where are they situated? And then you move accordingly into the side where they haven't got a body, and that's where you can get the ball into them. But you've got to be patient and hold your position and believe that the ball's going to come to you. Decent workout though, isn't it?
Decent hydration break as well. Got used to these during the World Cup.
There are grounds when you need it. There really is.
As we say, I mean, it's 28 degrees in there. It's humid and it's sticky for the players. I certainly know you've been involved in a 45-minute blowout when you get in the tunnel.
Well, the manager and his coaching staff are just going through, I would think, some changes at half-time and where the personnel he's going to bring in and the ones he's going to take off.
He'll be frustrated that he's lost Joe Gomez already. be frustrating to lose Joe Gomez as well.
We just hope it's not for any length of time, that it's precautionary, that he just felt something and did the right thing and got off as quickly as possible.
It's nicely done by Isidore. Curtis Jones. Well, the ball was lovely. It wasn't taken down by Enzo Lefebvre.
What a run.
Maybe was a little half-hearted at it.
Well, what a run though. Brilliant run. Spotted brilliantly by Rigg with the ball over the top.
That's Will Wright. Liverpool's build-up much more patient than that of their opponent so far. They've been rewarded for it.
I was surprised with Lefebvre's touch there that he wasn't better and controlled it, because he was in a really good position to get the second goal for Sunderland after a lovely ball played over the top to pick him out.
Ball stumped up towards Will Wright again.
Yeah, the flag's up anyway. The assistant's got his flag up on the far side, not spotted by the referee.
Plenty of time to go and retrieve that. Will Wright had just started running the other way. Colour have you got that Sunderland shirt down as Ray?
Salmon pink.
Salmon pink, okay.
What do you think?
I'll go with that. It's nicely done again by Brown. Has the runner. Really well read and well dealt with.
He should have shot though, Alan Brown there. No one came to pick him up. He went past Rio quite easily. Rio won't be happy with his defending there. But then he had McKaylee wide right, and he should have just took the shot on and he passed up the responsibility.
Frimpong. Isidore. Reynaldo able to do well.
Just a bit of frustration with some of the Liverpool players. They know that it's just the wrong option at the moment, but that'll come. First game, you're going to make mistakes. The manager will know that.
Well, it was a really good shift that Liverpool's players have put in that first half, and they got their rewards for it as well, with a cracking goal from Kieran Morrison. And all in all, they acquitted themselves well, because Sunderland were more experienced.
Yeah, absolutely. Sunderland are more experienced. They moved the ball a bit better, but for these young lads, this is their chance. And the pace of the game, they're just not used to it. All they've been doing is training at the moment. This is their first game, so they needed that 45 minutes just to get something into their legs. But yeah, they'll be happy enough just the way that they competed, and obviously got the goal from Morrison, which was a brilliant goal. I thought that he worked it from one end of the pitch to the other. I don't think you can ask for much more than that. And then the youngster finished it off with a plum, did a lovely little curl shot with his left foot into the far corner. But in fairness, Sunderland came back into it, got the equalising goal, and just shaded it with the experience that they've got inside.
Yeah, a couple of cracking goals in that first half means that at half time in Nashville, it's Liverpool 1, Sunderland 1.